polemic about conservation versus restoration was very much a discussion that started at the end of the 19th century in Europe, but it's one which has tentacles that extend down to our time today. So whenever professional heritage conservators or architects are looking at buildings, this is something that we have to be aware of. And when we look at buildings that have got a very long history of restoration or conservation, we have to be able to judge the distinctions between them. So in the most simplistic terms, conservation is keeping something, an object or a building, in as close as possible a condition to that in which it was found, with minimal intervention required to keep it in that condition. Restoration, on the other hand, could go so far as to create a completely new element on the building or a new part of an object that would that might not necessarily have been there, but in our mind's eye might have been there. So this discussion was something that was started really between an English conservationist called John Ruskin in the 19th century, who very much believed that you should not add anything to a building or a monument, as opposed to the view of Viollet-le-Duc, who was a contemporary of his in France, who thought that you could do anything to bring it back to what was perceived as being an original condition.